EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dragons of Rio de Janeiro. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. On first down, Presley. And his first look is incomplete. When you look at this defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
In motion goes the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the gun on third down, Presley, he finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And they will take over first and 10.
Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early. And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Returnable here from the 38. And shedding through the tackle. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Godwin. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. I mean, look at this defense against the pass. Just numbers that they have at like number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is caught. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw on second down. Presley. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Godwin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50. Check it.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Come 19. Mustang 19.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Presley. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 2nd down now, Godwin. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Presley. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Presley. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Got it. Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Godwin. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
Now 2nd and 3.
Go set. Go set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Godwin. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0.
Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10.
Warriors 17.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's get some points on the board.
This is your game to win. That defense can't stop you.
Do it. Let's go.
On the jump.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Broken tackle. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 59 yards rushing for them now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Godwin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Throwing on 1st down. Presley. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 12. brings up second down.
To throw on second down. Presley escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Dragons nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Throwing to start the drive. Presley got his man complete over the middle. It's Morrison. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Godwin. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On on second down. Godwin. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down now, Sawyer, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 3rd down, Sawyer. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, They've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hands it off out of the gun. Room here to run. He's still on his feet. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
12 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Stays on his feet. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Godwin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 101 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
And 10 at the 37-yard line.
Okay, break. 18, pioneer. Buffalo 18. Riggs. Unlock line. Rig it. Ready.
On 2nd down, Godwin, and just shutting him off there. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On second down now, Godwin. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, Godwin. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And his kick here is good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just with silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And he's able to get it out of there. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready, ready.
Can't we score?
Ready.
And they take a knee.